We fly horses anywhere around the world. It's about getting an animal from point A to point B safely in best of health. We do not leave any stone unturned. We give horses wings around the world, across the globe, or across the street.
This is the easiest sport for the best competitor to lose. Our job is to give an objective and intelligent conversation starter. Here you go, now you're off. Our sport isn't simple, so you've got to help people. You've got to help people get in. Seeing a young person fall in love with a sport is magical and brilliant, and I would just love that to be equestrian sports.
Your horse takes priority. Every ride, every investment, every moment spent at the barn. FarmVet makes shopping easy. From prescriptions to supplements, tack to grooming, all your essentials all in one place. Enjoy fast, free shipping plus auto ship options on top products for animals big and small. Shop online, over the phone, or in person. For over 20 years, FarmVet has been the trusted choice for serious equestrians.
Florida Coast Equipment understands the equestrian way of life, and everything you introduce into that life should be uniquely created to perform within it. So, we created the Kubota Winner Circle Tractor Package. Designed exclusively for riders who expect uncompromising power, precision, and performance. Because every seasoned equestrian knows it has to be a Kubota.
It's nice when your days have a rhythm. But what happens to that flow when you go from working to retirement? A free personalized retirement income plan from Fidelity can help you make the transition wherever life takes you. It can help you keep your income and investments on target and give you a clear view of your cash flow, so you can feel free to explore. Fidelity can help you take on retirement.
Located in the heart of Wellington, Gold Coast Feed is your one-stop shop for all your equine needs. From top-tier feed brands to the finest quality hay and bedding, we've got everything to keep your horse thriving. Our friendly staff is always on hand to offer assistance, ensuring your horse receives the care it deserves. Need a larger delivery? We'll bring it right to your farm, unloaded and ready. It's simple, convenient service you can count on. Short on time? Order online at goldcoastfeed.com and get your essentials delivered to your doorstep or farm today. Gold Coast Feed, where your horse's well-being is our priority. Visit us at goldcoastfeed.com and experience the difference.
Every stride, every jump, every moment of brilliance begins long before horse and rider enter the ring. It begins beneath them, on footing they can trust. For over 20 years, GGT Footing Textile has built the ground champions are made on, protecting horses, elevating performance, and shaping the sport from the ground up. GGT Footing Textile. Good footing is safe footing.
Nobody tells you how quickly they move into your heart, or how quietly they become your whole world. They'll teach you patience without a word, courage without a question. You're not crazy. They just don't know horses like we do.
I'm a McLean Ward.
Jimmy Toronto.
Adrian Lyle.
I purchased the first chair probably about 3.5 years ago.
Purchased my chair, I think, about 2 years ago.
My wife, she goes, we got to get one, we got to get one. I said, if she's saying we got to get one, we got to get one.
I love to put the heat on, take the zero gravity. I love the foot massage and as well as the stretching.
I really like also the hand and the leg compression.
It hits all the spots, work your arms, work your shoulders, work your hands.
Having a product like Human Touch, that resource is there 24/7. It makes it much easier not to skip that step in your routine.
Con los terroristas.
Harlem Shake.
Welcome to Carlswood, the home of Irish Olympic medalist, coach and international horse producer, Cian O'Connor. At Carlswood, we pride ourselves on the belief that success is reward for effort. Set in County Meath, Carlswood is the home of Cian's industry-leading high-performance centre. The Carlswood system is based on a structured approach to daily routine and meticulous planning to help reach our goals. At Carlswood, Cian and the team work together to provide coaching, mentoring, advice on horse purchases and goal setting. We also facilitate students who wish to progress their show jumping skills while they study in universities in Ireland and across Europe. When it comes to developing your horse's fitness, scheduling and planning around competitions, no stone is left unturned. At Carlswood, we are committed to delivering quality, a place where our goal is the fulfilment of your ambition.
Well, I'd like to bid everybody a very pleasant good morning and welcome you to our Sunday, our final day of our week number 10, Horsewear Ireland Week, as we wind things down. Two very important classes on our morning program as we'll begin here in just a moment with the Hèrmes 4-star Meter 50 Classic. 43 starters trying to get into the top 12. We use a time allowed of 71 seconds over the Ken Chrome design course here in the International Arena. Our class brought to you by Hèrmes, part of their Meter 50 Classic series throughout the onset, throughout the series, and our weeks here at the Winter Equestrian Festival. So riders, will ask you to wrap things up. We'll have our first in momentarily. 43 on the starting list. A drag break as well halfway through. Here we go now. We kick off our Sunday morning here on week number 10 and underway with our first rider on course. Jacob Pope will lead us off here on our Sunday with Highway FBH, the 14-year-old Dutch warm-blood stallion owned by Sherry Crawford of Marshall, Virginia. First of 43. Time allowed is 71 and trying to get into the top 12 to jump again. First combination on the morning, Jacob Pope and Highway FBH finish out with 12 jumping, 3 down, 2 time vaults, and a total of 14. Columbia represented by Mark Blumen. He shows for the SNL Farms out of North Salem, New York. Up on SNL, Hello Sunshine, up on a 9-year-old Self-Francais stallion. All the way through with our first clear here on our Sunday morning, provided by Columbia's Mark Blumen. SNL Hello Sunshine with a fall-free round. They used up 69 in 1, time allowed at 71 for the opening round. Showing next on course, Mimi Gotchman is up on Lumiere BH, Dutch Warm Blood Gelding, a 10-year-old owned by Mimi Snow Sport Horse from San Antonio, Texas.
It is clear there, 69.99 for Mimi Gotchman and Lumiere BH, giving us the second clear so far, very earlier stage of the $62,500 MS Classic.
Clara Bluesy and the rider Adrian Sterling for the USA will be up next for the Starlight Farms in Greenwich, Connecticut. Rider partner with a 10-year-old Zangerside mare, Cora Bluesy.
Adrian Sterling's with 2 down, finishing on a total of 869.26 for Adrian. 2 clears so far.
Partner with the 14-year-old Swedish Warm Blood Gelding Play. Here is Stella Wasserman, the owner rider. Our next competitor on course from Los Angeles, showing in the first round of our Hèrmes Meter 50 Classic.
Finished on a total of 12.68.59. Last fence dropping for Stella Wasserman and players. They finished on 12 at 68.59.
Very next in our opening round, we introduce for Egypt here Niall Nassar and Christlyn van den Bosrand Z. The 9-year-old Zangerzide mare from the Evergate Stables from here in Wellington.
Just on the one time, fought 71.23, just one there. It's third spot of the mount with the two clears. Just one for Niall Nassar, 71.23 with Christlyn van den Bosrand.
Top 12 will be on the return now. And here for Ireland, we introduce Bertram Allen with Danger 76, showing for Turn a Blind Eye of Las Vegas. Bertram handling and dividing duties aboard the 9-year-old Westphalian gelding.
Deciding to retire there for Bertram Allen and Danger 76 as they retire. Two clears.
16-year-old Zangerzide mare Cinderella Z will be the ride for the Irish rider Dylan Daly. Rides for the Double C Stables of Wellington, representing Ireland.
Eight jumping 3-time, finish on a total of 11.73.13. It's 11 in total for Dylan Daly there, and Cinderella's out.
Country of Belgium, represented by our next rider, Nicolas Philippard, is up on the Belgian warm blood gelding, the 9-year-old Rolex Terleda.
Good round and gives us another clear. It is the third of those so far. Nicolas Philipparts and Rolex joining Mark Blumen and Mimi Goshman.
Top 12 will be back for our second round, and here for the Stepx Stables of Belgium, Zoe Henk-Cotter handles riding assignment aboard the Swedish warm blood gelding. This is the 12-year-old Louis L.N.
Going clear at 70.12, it is joining the clear list, Zoe Henk-Cotter, and gives us the fourth there with Louis N for Belgium. 2 for Belgium, and 1 for US, 1 for Colombia.
15-year-old Holsteiner mare, Cassina, partnered with the rider Georgina Bloomberg for the USA, riding for Gotham Enterprises of New York.
8 jumping one time, finishing on a total of 9:71.55. 9 there for Georgina Bloomberg and Casino.
Trotting into our international arena now for the Hèrmes meter 50 Classic opening round. Out of the blue, SCF is ridden by Katie Dynan. Katie rides for the family's Grant Road Partners of North Salem, New York, showing a Belgian warm blood mare up on a 12-year-old.
Going clear is the fifth clear, and it's Katie Dynan with Out of the Blue SCF on 71 seconds on the dot, which is the time allowed. So very neatly done there for Katie Dynan, gives us clear out number 5.
Here's the riding combo. McLean Ward for the USA and Snapchat Van de Broekhout Z, the Zangerzai gelding, a 10-year-old under the ownership of McLean, Susie Heller, and the Beechwood Stables.
Going clear for McLean Ward and Snapchat, 66.30 and clear round number 6.
Here for Canada, we introduce the pairing of Chris Pratt and Pauline de Vershagen, a Belgian warm blood mare, an 11-year-old for Chris Pratt, showing for the Sweet Oak Farm of Wellington.
Two time, it is clear jumping 72.22 is just two there for Chris Pratt going to 8th place so far. Paulie and Duisa Hagen.
Two Canadian riders back-to-back in our lineup for the Hèrmes Meter 50 Classic opening round from Campbellville, Ontario. Here is Lexi Ray, the owner rider, and a crazy friend, showing a 13-year-old Hanoverian gelding.
Finishing on 8:69.18, it's A there for Lexi Ray and Crazy Friend as two drop and they go into 9th place.
Opening rider here in our lineup is up on his second ride here today, and the rider for the USA, Jacob Pope. Riding for Sherry Crawford of Virginia, his is Jezebel, 11-year-old Belgian sport horse mare.
Finishing on a total of 8:67.278 there for Jacob Pope and Jessie Bell as they finish on 8 faults into 9th.
First round action continues on, and we acquaint you with the pairing of Blythe Caroli, showing for the Vento Farm of Wellington. She is aboard Bailey's Vanderbroy Z, a Zangerside mare, showing a 10-year-old here in the first round.
Trial jumping for time, finishing on 16.74.87 for Blythe Caroli and Bailey's Van der Broizet.
Owner rider Maggie McAlery will be up on Indian Quality Z for our initial phase. This is a 12-year-old Zanger's Eye gelding with a rider from Amherst, New Hampshire.
Just on time faults, 5 of those, 75.88 for Maggie McAlery and Indian Quality Z as they finish on 5.
Winning combination on Friday in a one-rounder here in our 4-star division. Here for Ireland, Michael Duffy up on that winning mount, Mr. Kornike, a 9-year-old Dutch warm-blood gelding owned by the Rain family of Raleigh, North Carolina. Michael Duffy for Ireland, showing next in our opening round.
Going clear there for Michael Duffy and Mr. Kornike, adding to the list of clears so far. It is 7 of those at the moment. Michael Duffy, another very good round with top combination with Mr. Kornike.
Meter 50 winner on week 2 of our Hèrmes series here at the WEF. Here is Venezuelan Luis Larzabal and Ribéry, showing for Sabrina Lefebvre from Saint-Anne-du-Beaupré, Quebec, Canada. Luis partnered with a 9-year-old Belgian warm-blood mare, Ribéry.
Going clear, another combination looks good this season with a number of wins already behind them, including in the Challenge Cups. Ribéry and Luis Fernando Rathbel go clear at 69.10.
Up on the 10-year-old Belgian Warbler Gelding, Cutter van de Oud, Pastore. This is the Brazilian rider, Gabriel de Matos Machado for Bay Winds Equestrian of Wellington. Cutter van de Oud.
Just on 4 and into 11th, just one down, 68.90 for its 4 there for Gabriel de Matos Machado and Casa.
So at the midway point of our Meter 50 Classic, brought to you by Hèrmes, we take a short break. Tractors and the water trucks will be moving on the move here into our international arena. And right now we have a field of 8 clear, one with 1, one with 2, one with 4, and 1 with 5 that make up our top 12. Maggie McAlery with Indian Quality on the bubble right now in 12th place. And at this stage, we will be looking for a total of 20 more in the opening round. 20 left. Kubota's on the way out now as they exit. We continue on with our first round of the $62,500 Hèrmes 4-star meter 50 Classic. Top 12 on the return, and so far 8 clear. We have 2 a time, 1 with 4, 1 with 5, making up our top 12. 20 to go. Niall Nassar will show his second ride here for Egypt. This is Orphea HQ, 12-year-old Belgian warm blood mare from the Evergate Stables of Wellington, up on his second ride.
Going clear there now, Nassar and Orphea HQ. And so we start off with a clear into our second half. Clear round number 9 now. Nassar again producing a good round with Orphea to get us back in the groove.
Second fastest of our clears right now. We move on to the next in our lineup. Here for the USA, Brian Cornan for the Glen Bay Farm of West Palm in Wellington is up on the 10-year-old Zangerzai gelding Arctic JTZ.
$12 in total at 70.96, 12 there for Captain Brian Cornan and Arctic JTZ for the USA.
Second appearance for the Belgian rider, Nicolas Philippard. He's the owner rider with K. Sarah, Belgian warm blood mare, appearing now with a 10-year-old here in the initial phase.
Finishing on the 4, 66.98 for there for Nicolas Philipparts, and Kesara goes into 12th place.
Next appearing on our opening round here is from Ireland. Tom Watchman will handle the ride up on Abora's Laura. Estonia's sport horse mare is a 11-year-old from Coolmore Show Jumping in Tipperary, Ireland.
Going clear there, Tom Watchman produces the clear 66.27. Clear there for Tom, and Boris Laura, clear round number 10.
So the fastest of our clears, and right now 2 time vaults to cut off. Chris Pratt in the 12th position, and we have 16 more to show. Our Hèrmes 1.50m Classic continues. Second ride for Georgina Bloomberg for the Gotham Enterprises of New York City. 11-year-old Zangerzai Gelding Conquerad RZ.
Sixteen chumming, 6 time, total 22, 76.06 for Georgina Bloomberg and Conquerant RZ.
Combination of Irish riders Shane Sweetnam and Westphalian gelding Baloo H will be next on course. The 10-year-old is owned by the Sweet Oak Farm from here in Wellington.
Just on 4, 70.704 there for Shane Sweetnam and Balu H for Ireland, just on 4.
For the Willow Grace Farm out of Los Angeles, Paris Sellin handles the assignment up on our next horse. Here is a 10-year-old Zangerzide mare, Kalida Z.
Going clear there for Paris Sellin, and Kalida said we'll go clear at 70.22, and so gives us clear round number 11.
Already with one in our top 12 at this present time. Here's Colombian rider Mark Blumen for the owner Mario Deloria Incorporated. Felina du Septon, about an 11-year-old Belgian warm-blood mare. So right now 11 clear and 1 with 1. Chrislin and Niall Nassar in the 12th position at this stage with 1 time.
Deciding to retire there for Colombia's Mark Blumen and Felina de Septon. And Mark already clear into that early list from a top 12 to return. Already clear with SNL, Hello Sunshine.
$12 remaining and 12 in the 12 entries now coming back. As we mentioned, the one-time follower in 12th. 12 to go. The Carryman will be the ride for Max Watchman for Ireland. For Coolmore show jumping at Tipperary, the 9-year-old Cel Francais Gelding, the Carryman.
12 jumping one time, finishing on 13 there, 71.05 for Max Watchman, this time Violence and the Kerryman.
On the way into our international arena, the 13-year-old Zangerzai gelding Ironman, piloted by Ireland's Cian O'Connor for Pat Crane of Batterstown, County Meath.
And taking us to 12 clears for our 12 to return. Cian O'Connor and Ironman deliver at 69.68. Seventh best them so far. Remember, they'll go in reverse order. Tom Watchman and Boris Laura is the quickest of the clears so far at the moment, would go last.
Sandinal and German rider Christian Kukik will be our next combo on the course. Christian, the owner rider for Germany, the 11-year-old Holsteiner gelding, Sandinal.
Just the one time for there, Christian Kuhuk and Sandanal going into 13th place, 71.10, just one on the clock for Christian.
Next we have Isabel Cox and Hèrmes 1.50m van der Rolbeek. Belgian warm blood mare is a 14-year-old under the ownership of the Rafferty Farm of Wellington.
Final fence dropping, it is 8 plus 4 for time. It's 12 in total, 74.04 for Izzy Cox there, and Mimosa van der Rollebeek.
Here for Brazil, we introduce the rider Eduardo Menezes for the H5 Sport Horses. They're based here in Wellington as well. The 9-year-old Zangerzai gelding Armenteros Z is the mount for Eduardo.
Going clear, and it's in fact equal third, 68.39, same time as Nal Nassar there for Eduardo de Menezes and Armenteros Z, so they sit on the same time. Third best score for both at 68.39.
Here we're down to 7 to go. Representing Brazil, Stephanie Massier is up on HFB Swarovski. This is a Brazilian-bred sport horse, the 11-year-old owned by the Bun Shots Farm of Kentucky. 6 more after this in the Hèrmes Meter 50 Classic opening round. The 12 fastest clears will come back for our second round. Right now, Percellin and Kaleida Z are in 12th place.
16 jumping plus time there for Stephanie Maciera and HFB Swarovski for the rider for Brazil.
Second ride for the Brazilian rider, Gabriel de Matos Machado, appearing now here in the opening round with the 9-year-old Dutch warm-blood mare It Girl, owned by the Bay Winds Equestrian of Wellington.
Final fence dropping there, 66.52. It is 4 for Gabriel de Matos Machado and It Girl at 66.52.
We have 5 remaining now here in our Hèrmes Meter 50 Classic. Next to show here in our Sunday morning competition. Third member of the Watchman family here is Alice Watchman for Coolmore show jumping at Tipperary upon the 13-year-old Belgian sport-horse stallion, Killarney.
For jumping 5 time, total of 9 at 75.68. 9 there in total for Alice Watchman and Killarney. Tom Watchman fastest the clears so far with the Boris Law at the moment. Last to go of our 12 into round 2. Currently in 12th is Paris Ceylon at 70.22.
4 to go now here for Israel. Daniel Blumen, the owner and the rider-up on the Dutch warm-blood mare. This is Melina, showing a 9-year-old.
Finishing on the 4 there, 68-63. It's 4 for Daniel Blumen and Melina as they finish on 4, 19th spot.
Here at Jessica Springsteen for the USA and Stonehill Farm entry, Gmail, the 10-year-old Cell Francais gelding, the first of 3 left in our Hèrmes Classic. 12 fastest clears make it into our second and final round. Paracellan on the bubble right now with the 12th place time of 7:022.
Eightfuls there, 68-67. It's 8 there for Jessica Springsteen and Gmail as they finish on 8.
Right now we show the Oldenburg mare and Diaro Bay as the ride for Derek Kenny for Ireland, riding for the Oakland Training and Sales of Wellington, first half of the remaining 2.
And a sign to retire there for Jake Ward this time with the Derek Kenny rather with Diarubé. So Diarubé, Derek Kenny.
1 to go now. We have 1 more here in the opening round. Tom Watchman with the fastest clear in the driver's seat right now. And as we mentioned, Paracellan Kalida Z is in 12th place with a time of 7:022. We'll be up to our final ride now coming up for the Hèrmes Meter 50 Classic. Brain Juice U25 final is ahead of us here on our Sunday program as well. Meter 30 and junior jumpers to round out our day here in the International Arena. So it looks like our last is a scratch, so we will prepare now for the jump off. Last is a scratch. So we will prepare now for the second round coming up. Top 12 returning from the fastest clear, Tom Watchman, to the 12th place, Paracellan, to come back in reverse order for the fastest clear in round number 2. Final prep for our second round here in our FEI class, the Hèrmes 1.50m Classic. Starting over the number 1 fence, the Griffiths Residential, and they'll cut across to a new fence, the red and white vertical in center ring right by the gazebo. Left-hand turn across to the Adequan Oxer in front of our Modon International Club. It's a loop around to the Palm Beach Equine Clinic, the gold and black. And they head up to the remaining 2 parts of what we had as our original triple, 10B and 10C. 11 for the next stop on the jump-off course. Across the center and another new fence at fence 16, the vertical. And they'll finish up over the Hèrmes. Oxer fence 17 here in our jump off. So finishing up over the Hèrmes, time allowed in our second round, 54 seconds.
And so let's remind you what that lineup looks like. Paris set on to start things off with Khalida Said, Zoe Hancont, Michael Duffy, Mimi Goshman, Cian O'Connor, Nicola Philipparts, Mark Blumen. Into our final few, Luis Fernando Rathabal, and Rebori is Nal Nasa or FHQ, Eduardo de Menezes and Armenteros, Zed, and final 2 being McLean Ward and Tom Watchman. And so that's our lineup for the second round coming up just a few moments away. Remember, this is the last of the qualifiers in the series before the MS Series final next Saturday night as well. That's going to be under the lights here on Saturday night too. And so this is into the final qualifier for that too. And so, of course, points going to the overall series. So Mark Blumen doing very well in that, having finished top last week as well. So we are into final week next week, but final qualifier coming up in just a minute or two. 12, a dozen to go against the clock.
Kubota's on the way out, and we're set to go with the first of 12. First is on approach now, and again coming back in reverse order based on their times and, of course, the clears and the return. Here's the second round, our final round for the Hèrmes 1.50m Classic. Leading us off in a field of 12, Paris Sellen from the Willow Grace Farm in Los Angeles up on Kaleida Z.
Finishing on a total of 8:44.86 for the first to go, Khalida said, and Paris Salon finishing on 8 faults as we go in reverse order.
Second of our 12 finalists now for the Hèrmes title today. Here is Zoe Haycotter for Belgium. The Step X Stable sending in the Swedish warm blood gelding Louis.
Going clear, it's 43.76 to lead the class in the early stages. Sohan Conte and Louis LN for Belgium.
So the leader of the pack now after 2:12, Michael Duffy and Mr. Kornike, a winning combination on Friday in our 4-star division in Dutch warm blood gelding for the Rain family of Raleigh, North Carolina. Irish rider Michael Duffy out to challenge that new lead time.
Good stuff, 41.37. Michael Duffy taking the lead with Mr. Kornike, and great effort to get in front there. So Michael Duffy takes the lead, 41.37 now.
Trying for his second win of the week in our 4-star division. Here, Mimi Gotchman on the return to challenge now with a Lumiere BH, the Dutch warm blood gelding at 10-year-olds.
Tidy round from Mimi Gotchman and Lumiere BH efficiently round at 42.65. Into second for Mimi. Michael Duffy keeps the lead. Mr. Kornike at 41.37.
Second of the three Irish riders involved in our 12-rider finale here at our Hèrmes Classic. On the return now, here is Cian O'Connor, the rider up for Pat Crean of Batterstown, County Meath with Ironman, 13-year-old Zangerzat.
Just on 4 and into fourth place so far, 49.87 for Cian O'Connor and Ironman for Ireland. Fellow Irishman Michael Duffy still leading. Mr. Kornacki clear 41.37.
Approaching halfway point in our tiebreaker for the Hèrmes Meter 50 Classic. Second of the two Belgian riders involved. We have Nicolas Philippard up on Rolex Terledoc, a 9-year-old Belgian warm blood gelding. Target clear is 41.37.
New leader, 41.30, Nicolas Philippard, and Rolex now going into the lead, takes off the 7/10 of a second, 7/100 of a second off the time, 41.30 from Nicolas Philippard. Michael Duffy, 41.37. Now Nicolas Philippard in front.
Chase for the title continues on. The SNL Farm sending in SNL Hello Sunshine. Colombian rider Mark Blumen up in the arms. Mark captured a meter 50 win on week number 9 of our Hèrmes Tour here at the WEF.
Tidy round again, Mark Blumen on flying form and especially top of this series as well. SNL Hello Sunshine, hello to the lead. 39.91, under 40 seconds.
Also winning combination in recent weeks on our meter 50 series, brought to you by Hèrmes. On the way back in now, here is Luis Larzabel for Venezuela, Sabrina Lefebvre of Canada, the owner of Ribery, up next in the jump off.
Finishing on the 4:43.93, it's 4 there into 6th place for Luis Fernando Larrazabal and Ribery going top 6. Mark Blumen keeps the lead. SNL, Hello Sunshine.
Down to our final four now here in the second round of our four-star competition. Our meter 50 classic brought to you by Hèrmes. Mark Blumen and Nicolas Philippard in second, Michael Duffy in third at the stage with 4 to go. For the Evergate Stables, based here in Wellington, here is Egypt's Nile Nassar up on the Belgian Warm Blood mare, the 11-year-old Orphea HQ. Only one combination has surpassed the 40-second barrier, 39.91, Mark Blumen. And SNL Hello Sunshine leading the way.
Going into second place, 40.28, Nile Nassar and Orphea HQ will go second. Mark Blumen stays ahead under 40 seconds, 39.91. Niall into second spot, 40.28.
Here to aim for that target in our final round here, we have Eduardo Menezes of Brazil, the H5 Sport Horses. This is Armentero Z, the Zangerzide gelding.
Going into fifth place, Eduardo de Menezes and Mentoros Z going into top 5. They're going to fifth place at 41.74.
Time to catch 31.91. Mark Blumen at the top. Here's our next challenger. First to 2 remaining. USA's McLean Ward, Snapchat, Vandenbroek, and Z. Run by Susie Heller, Beechwood, and McLean Ward.
Thank you, guys. I'll just give them a moment to Tom, if you want the option of staying in or heading back out again for a second, you may.
Thank you all. Snapchat all captured, and we'll have our final horse and rider back in here in just a moment. They were given permission to head out to the warm-up area during our pause in the action here, and we'll be back with our final horse and rider. Tom Watchman of Boris Laura, last to go. A 39.91 for Mark Blumen. SNL Hello Sunshine holding at the top of our Hèrmes leaderboard. And here they are on the return now. We have a Boris Laura, Estonia's 4-horse mare. This is a 11-year-old guided by Ireland's Tom Watchman, last on course, 39.91 for the target.
Good round goes clear, 44.53 with the Boris Laura and Tom Watchman. They'll go 8th place to close out this MS Classic. It's a win for Mark Bloom, and he adds another win in the series. And the man at the top of the list is on there with SNL Hello Sunshine this time for a winning ride. Now Nasa finishing second with Off Your HQ. Nicola Philipparts in third with Rolex. It's 4th place to Michael Duffy and Mr. Kornacki. Top 5 for Eduardo de Menezes and Armentros said. Mimi Goshman will take 6th place with Lumiere BH. 7th to Zoe Conte and Louis Hélène. And 8th place we've just seen, Tom Watchman and Boris Laura.
So as we set now for the Brain Juice U25 competition ahead of us here on our Championship Sunday on week number 10, we'll be honoring our top competitors here in just a moment. Our thanks again to Hèrmes, our overall sponsor for the Meter 50 Classic Series. Mark Blumen capturing his 2nd Sunday win in as many weeks here on the WEF. Since 1837, Hèrmes has remained faithful to its artisan model and its humanist values of freedom to create, spirit of innovation, and the constant search for beautiful materials, the transmission of savoir-faire of excellence. Functionality all forged the singularity of Hèrmes, house of objects created to last. We thank them for their continued support of our Winter Equestrian Festival, and we'll honor our top competitors in the corner of our arena with the backdrop of the Hèrmes Oxer serving as the final jump-off effort here in our tiebreaker.
And coming to our presentation on behalf of Hèrmes, it is into third place. We go reverse order. Nicolas Philipparts, Belgium, and Rolex. Second spot, and to the Evergate team with Nal Nassar and Orphea HQ finishing in second. And the winning rider coming forward, he's had the top series in his hand already this season, the final next week. And staying top of the tree is Mark Blumen with the SNL Farms. SNL, Hello Sunshine. And very well done to our lineup. Congratulations to them completing our lineup here. A win from Mark Blumen and SNL Hello Sunshine. Second place to Nal Nassar and Orphea HQ. And our top three to Nicolas Philipparts as they complete the class. Very well done to them. I think heading on a victory walkout and a salute. Well done to our top three, and completes our 4-star classes this week. And a reminder, coming up, we go into the next of our championship classes, and this will be a final this time. It's the conclusion of the Brain Juice U25 series.